Jason Isaacs, welcome back to Villain Review, my guy. Is this dude gonna be better than his last dude, Commander Zhao? Is this Voldemort fetish better than the Moon fetish? Welcome back to Fetish Review, and today we are looking at Mr. Malfoy from the Harry Potter movies, and only the movies, because there's like 1,000 books, and I don't have time to read all those. Thanks to everyone for voting for him on the poll, and after this video, go vote to find out who's next. Let's go.
What did I say?
Touch nothing.
There's a whole lot of origins, so stick with me. Born a pureblood, Lucius grew up not like the other girls, right? He grew up rich and full of disdain for muggles. Muggles being, of course, the people who don't know magic. Lucius got his racist wizard beliefs from his parents, who back in the day were definitely, let's say, yeah, you know. All in all, Lucius's father was kind of a jerk, just like Lucius and just like Draco Malfoy. So in The Lion King, when all the antelope are singing about the circle of life, they're actually talking about the Malfoy men being really bad fathers. Going to Hogwarts, Lucius would there meet his wife, and right around this time, the man with no nose was making his rounds, and everyone was getting real scared. While everyone around him was freaking out because Voldy Boy was crazy.
Vote for me, Voldemort, and we'll never give out another sock again.
Shoot, man, I can kind of get behind what this dude's saying. From there, he would go on to join the Death Eaters and swear allegiance to Voldemort, so no more socks could ever get passed out every year on Christmas, because that's his main goal, right? Don't give any more socks away. Right off the bat, there is a ton of info that I left out because I don't want this video to be a half an hour, so I had to kind of trim it down. I know I'm crossing the lines kind of between the book lore and the movie lore, but to that I say, who cares? The origin is detailed though, and this might sound weird, but Mr. Malfoy's origin kind of reminds me of a shark, or more appropriately Calvin Candy from Django Unchained. The reason he is the way he is, it's kind of out of his control because it's a mentality that kind of comes naturally to him. Being a racist wizard is how he was raised, and while it's not a very exciting origin, it does make sense. I'm not saying he needs an exciting origin either, because in the realm of Harry Potter villains, like, he's just one of many and many. But like the last two villains, the origin doesn't dazzle me, but I'm not gonna knock it either.
Sir, you got yourself a girlfriend.
Now, Draco, play nicely.
So if we talking personality, man, we gotta talk about Jason Isaacs because I think he does a pretty good job. Mr. Malfoy is despicable, and not even in a funny Steve Carell way, but rather in a stupid bridge, level, and Crash Bandicoot way. He's everything you'd expect from an entitled, racist, mean, and stuck-up douchebag. I want to preface that I'm talking about Mr. Malfoy and not Jason Isaacs here. I'm sure he's a great guy. But when we meet Draco in Harry Potter 1, The Phantom Menace, we're thinking, this little twerp deserves some nunchucks to the face. What kind of monster would raise such a horrible child? And then we meet Lucius in Harry Potter 2, Attack of the Clones, and we're like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I have to confess, there's a special place in my heart for villains who are kind of comically evil, like my boy Joffrey, and Mr. Malfoy kind of fits into that camp. While his cruelty can seem a bit too much sometimes, I actually think it feels pretty natural in the story. We see and hear about these racist wizard families all throughout the movies, and by actually seeing the Malfoy family, we get a good glimpse into like the darker side of the wizarding world. Like, not everyone's all nice and kind and warm and everything like that. I also like that as the movies go on, we see that Lucius is kind of a wimp. He acts big and mighty when he's messing with Ron like little kids, but then when it's time to talk to Voldemort, he gets all scared and he falls back into his corner. Like, yeah, dude, of course talk smack to the children, but then when the big boys, the big players come to play, he's backing away. Whoa, that rhymed. It makes him feel real and dynamic, and for a side villain, I appreciate that the movies give him some depth.
You shall not harm Harry Potter.
So I know I've been referencing it a lot in this video, so let's just get this out of the way. One of the most evil things Lucius has ever done is not give our boy Dobby some socks, when all he wants to do is work on that jump shot. Like, come on, Lucius, our boy needs to work on that jump shot.
Dobby would like to go play with his friends, sir.
Listen here, you miserable vermin. You'll never play ball as long as you're in my service.
But, sir, Dobby needs to work his handles, sir.
Quiet. What do you think, you're Kevin Durant or something? You'll never...
Maybe not KD, sir, but perhaps LeBron or Steph Curry, sir.
Do not interrupt me, you stupid creature. Listen here.
No, you listen here, you stupid I'm sick and tired of your sir. If Dobby wants to ball out with the boys, Dobby will ball out. If you have a problem with that, meet Dobby on the streets and get dunked on, Dobby got 99 problems, sir. But this racist family ain't one.
Oh hey, Dobby, here's a sock.
Dobby is free, f you, Malfoy.
While Lucius doesn't have a whole ton of scenes in the series, you gotta admit the dude knows how to carry a scene, especially early on in the movies. Draco is a little punk jerk, but Lucius is a lot more refined and calculated. Just as terrible, if not worse, but opposed to the loose cannon nature of Draco, Lucius knows what he's doing. He kind of does fade off a little bit as the movies go on, but I mean, I get it because they introduce more powerful villains, so it kind of makes sense for him to take a back seat.
And I thought your family could sink no lower.
So up until Harry Potter 4, the Harry Potter series didn't really have a whole lot of evil dudes and dudettes. We got Purple Professor Man in the first one, we got Twerpy Teen Kid in the second, and we got Gary Oldman in the third, but as we all know, that doesn't really count. Yeah, you got Rat Man, but he's kind of whatever. So up until we get Voldemort, the big evil role kind of falls on Lucius, especially in the second one. In the second movie, he instigates the whole conflict by giving Ginny Tom Riddle's diary, and he even tries to kill Harry at the end. Like, I feel like people kind of forget that, but we all know what he was doing. He was winding it up. For a villain who isn't even in, like, the top 5 most evil in these movies, it's kind of impressive how evil he manages to be. I hate him because he's annoying, and he's just awful, and he's entitled, and I don't like his hair, but that's what makes him a good villain. There's a lot of origin here, and it does a good job of explaining why Lucius is the way he is. Personality-wise, he is a vile scumbag, but for a villain, that's kind of a good thing. He's got some good scenes, although there aren't a whole lot of them, and he rightfully takes a back seat as the movies go on. He's evil though, and he sucks, and it's what makes him interesting. I'm gonna give Mr. Lucius Malfoy a 7.
About you, Lucius.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, hit subscribe because I make a new villain review every single Monday. Let me know what you think of Lucius in the comments and who I should review next. Vote on the poll. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.